Got to get back on. Got these holes drilled out. That's where airbag brace is going to go. The bottom airbag brace is in. That's going to go in there. Airbag in the middle. We're going to keep that up. We got the deposit unit in place. That's why that's orange. So both tires spin. So notice both are rocking. Got the red lines, fuel and brake lines. Got the emergency brakes installed up to the frame. And then I got to figure that out. I know they hook in here. I got the little brackets that go right here, and then it goes through here. I got to figure this part out through here, up to this wheel, and then up into the car. But I got to figure that all out. I have my brake, my drive shaft is red, and that may be in the car covered up, but that is red, and it goes through here to the transmission. See, we did the disc brakes all the way around, brand new, nice and clean. These are not going to be the wheels that's going to be on here. I have to go 15 inches. I wanted to do 13s. Actually have the original hubcaps. I may restore those. I'm not sure. Here's the front cups. The front cup is actually inside of this, and the bottom brace is in place. There's some pictures actually already on Facebook. These are 14s on the front because these actually clear the caliper. When they had drum brakes on it before, so I could add 14s all around. And it looks like I'm gonna have to go 15 because for whatever reason the caliper on the back is bigger. And I don't know if they just sold me a jacked up kit or if that's normal. But you know, it is what it is. I got the front suspension done. I got the tie rods, everything in place, stabilizers, all that. All the bolts are brand new. Did grade 8 on everything. So making sure that you know, everything is in the best shape it can possibly be in. Did the final prime on this job right here. See, I'm very satisfied with the installation job we did in the trunk. In fact, the whole car all the way to the front. We got some more to do. I'm gonna do the inside of the doors. A little bit more on the inside. Did the ceiling of the car. I'm gonna put the headliner in at some point, but just so you can get to see. Well, I got it kind of covered up because I was painting, but you can see top is done. Paint the dash. We're still gonna have a Karen. Hey, Karen. Still going to put the dash pad on there, but I'm gonna paint it anyway. The dash pad is probably gonna be gray, and I'm gonna pinstripe the interior with a little bit of gray. I wanted it all white, but you cannot have a white dashboard because it will blind you. Sun will hit it. Too much light is gonna blind you. So I went back and forth with my guy who kind of mentors me on cars, but ultimately, before I have to change it, I'm gonna go ahead and do it right. Now, what I did was I fabricated the dash pad. I mean, it was cracked up, jacked up, and I said, well, rather than throw it away, I can try to restore it with some fiberglass and body filler. And man, it came out really good. This is the first one I ever did, and it's got some imperfections. I still got to work on it, but I got to thank Indiana University Northwest because about 20 years ago, I took a sculpting class, and it's so funny how that information was useful. This is my deck lid, of course. Doing the bottom, I have to flip it over probably about 1 or 2 this morning and then shoot the other side. This should be the very last priming, and then I should be able to start painting tomorrow. The paint is so expensive, I'm buying it by pints. So I'm going to do the door jambs, get the door jambs done, and got the steering wheel right here. And this is my little supply closet. Thank you for my wife. I organized it. She actually got me the supply closet. Little deal. So every garage I have, I'm going to have that. I hate that my old garage, you know, it was actually a third larger. One thing about having good equipment, you don't get a lot of overspray. I shot this car in this garage, and if you look at the pictures, there's no overspray. So that lets you know you're getting your product on your medium instead of all over the walls, all over the floor. So that being the case, that's what we got going so far. Really proud of how this is turning out. So I'm going to start doing a couple of live videos. I've been posting the pictures. This is not hard to do. It's harder to find the information than it is to do it. So if you have a desire to, you know, try this, go ahead and just get you something, and it's yours. So if you break it, don't worry about it. Now, you probably want to not start off with something as expensive as a classic car. You may want to start off a little lower on the totem pole. But if you do start with a classic car, it probably will really motivate you to finish it. Because A, the cars are worth quite a bit of money, and B, they're extremely unique. So if you do something that's not like a new car, I mean, that is a newer car or maybe 20 years old, you fix it, okay. But if you pull out something that's like, I think this car is 56 years old, like, wow, this car is older than me. So, you know, it gives you a little, your attention on the street, car shows, and also it's a business and stuff is for sale. So if you're doing stuff that is hard to find, I was talking to my mother-in-law today, and I was telling her, you know, I'm not even going to have to lock this car. This is my neighborhood. And that's another thing I learned from a lot of guys that mentored me, from especially Wayne from California. Man, they do this stuff at home. I was going to build a big garage and all of that, which I still am. I'm probably going to build my next house is probably going to have two-car garages, but side to side. But that way, as opposed to me having to watch everything from my house and watching my business somewhere else, when I pay my bills, all my bills are paid, house bills, everything. Much simpler with my taxes. I think that I'm going to keep this something that I do at home. My next garage will probably be a custom garage where I can put a lift in there. But for the most part, I'm going to make sure that this is something that I do at home, unless I get to the point that I want to start bringing in employees. I probably won't want to have them in my house. But other than that, to this extent, a lot of people don't know that this much can get done at your house. So once I get everything sprayed, I'm going to spray the jams, which is right here. I'm going to spray that, not this part, down here. Spray along here. All of this around here. And then I'm going to put them on the car. I'm going to tape them off. Then I'm going to paint all of this stuff on the car at one time. So I'm not going to paint this side of the deck lid. I'm going to paint that when I paint the whole car. So that's pretty much where we are on this project. Next car I'm going to do hopefully will be a truck from the 50s. I'm thinking 54 to 57. The Sanford and Son truck. I don't care if it's a Ford or a Chevy. But I'm going to put a Escalade motor in it. I may put the motor from this Escalade in it. I don't know. But that car is going to be a custom truck because I'm going to pull this car with it. This car is going to be white, by the way. I don't know if I said it's going to be white with gold and chrome uh, accessories on it. The airbags will drop it to the street. I'm thinking gold Dayton's. They're $4,000. That may change as we get closer to the end. White interior. I want to do white carpet, but obviously that would have to be custom. And the only reason why I'm going to do gray pinstriping is because I'm going to have to put a gray dashboard in. I want it to be a light gray, probably not much lighter than the primary is on that car. But that's what I got for you tonight. So check it out. Leave me any comments on the ride. If you're doing the car, send me a picture of it. If you want information about doing dashboards, my best suggestion, Sprayway. Look up Sprayway on YouTube. The dude is really, really good. I'm saying the dude is good because my stuff turned out good watching him and following his instructions. So when you give instructions well enough that somebody who's never did it before has excellent results the first time, that's a very good instructor. So you can type in any questions you may want to have, but go and check it. And don't be so quick to spend money on this. If I did a dashboard for somebody else, I promise you it's going to be $1,500. I'll tell you why it's going to be $1,500. It is extremely tedious. Extremely, extremely tedious. And the time that I take on somebody else's car, this time is taken away from my cars. And all the cars I do are owned by bolt-on car restoration. So I don't have somebody going, when is my car going to be ready? When is my car going to be ready? All of them are owned by bolt-on car restoration. So when they're done, they're done. When they sell, they sell. If I don't want to sell it, and I don't have to sell it, if I do want to sell it, I can sell it. So try to do some of this stuff yourself if you really are a car person. You will save yourself a lot of money. I think right now, like I spent $15,000 just on metalwork. Just on metalwork. I spent 15 grand for somebody to do the metalwork. So this year for Christmas, guess what Darnell is getting? Darnell is getting a welder. And I'm going to teach myself how to weld. And I may get caught up spending money again on somebody putting parts on for me. But after doing light welding for a year, I'm not going to be spending that much in the future. I can't spend $15,000 in welding on cars and expect to make a profit. So even with doing that, my paint job was supposed to be about $15,000, and I've done most of it myself. So I'm probably only in on the paint job maybe $5 grand. Maybe no, not $5 grand. Probably $3,500 in supplies, not counting my labor and time. So I'm saving myself quite a bit of money. When you're doing a lowrider or a classic car, you're generally looking at a $20,000 paint job. Now, if you're just hooding it, you know, you can pay whatever. But generally, when you're doing a good paint job, not even a show car, just a solid paint job, it's about 20 grand. So don't be afraid it's yours. If you mess it up, you can go ahead and spend the money and get it fixed, but give it a try.